Naturally, I started to wonder if I could one-shot every boss in Black Myth Wukong in a single run on New Game Plus. Here are the rules for how my one-shot run works. If an enemy has a name and corresponding white HP bar at the bottom of my screen, I must defeat it by using a single attack. Either a true one-shot or a multi-clone one-shot would suffice here, which later on you will realize is easier said than done. If a boss has 2 phases, I must one-shot each phase individually, because for some bosses, it's not possible to one-shot them through their second phase. If there are 2 enemies in a single boss fight, I must one-shot each enemy individually. Fights with multiple phases or multiple enemies must be seamless, requiring me to completely restart the fight if I fail to one-shot at any point. For the sake of time in my run, I spawned in an infinite number of medicine pills, because all of these pills can be crafted or found within the game manually, but would just take time away from the run itself, and I would end up hard resetting to back up save files every time I failed a one-shot anyways, which happened a lot in my playthrough, since different bosses required different techniques and strategies to one-shot successfully. Basically, there would be no difference from me exiting the game to revert my save file to a backup just to infinitely use the same medicine. So I allowed myself to limit my use to 1 rotation of medicine per phase or per enemy in a boss fight. The spawning of pills is the only cheat or mod used within my run, excluding this awesome Goku skin mod that I messed around with for shits and giggles. During my attempt to one-shot every boss in the game, I noticed that for some bosses, a one-shot was not physically possible. The average person would look at this clip and assume that I failed to one-shot this boss because the boss didn't immediately die after the one-shot landed. However, that's actually just a logic error within the game's code. Pause if you want to read the full explanation, as it's way too complicated a subject to fully get into and involves a higher level of knowledge and coding for game design. Long story short, here's the overly simplified version of what I believe is happening. Boss start fight at full health. Boss do special animation at half health. When me bonk boss with one shot, boss does not realize it's dead. Boss look like it survived with 1 HP, but boss actually is dead. Basically, bosses don't realize they're dead sometimes, because I'm killing them faster than the game can update its code to even tell the boss that it's been defeated, and essentially dying cannot happen if the boss has extra animations or phases it needs to go through first. This doesn't apply to every boss, but it does for a lot of bosses in this game. This one-shot run took a high-level amount of knowledge and effort to explain and showcase every little thing under the hood for Black Myth Wukong and how the game works at a near developer level. So if you enjoyed, please subscribe and follow me on Twitch, where I did this entire one-shot run live in front of my audience, and we'll be doing more challenge and speed.
This is it. Vile and evil it is. Hence, I must bring it back for thorough study. Young master, in our brief acquaintance, you were kind enough to do me a favor. Why not extend your kindness by leaving your head with me? That would please my master greatly. Strong foe. Just what I need. You shall be my little beast to power my metamorphosis ascension.
Okay, second phase है क्या? अबे यार
These impudent mortals have overreached themselves. Their demise was of their own creation. But you are special. What poisoned them only strengthens you. Keep it close and wield it wisely. You'll see its potential. Go, release him. Being trapped there is a torment worse than death. I've watched him grow up. I cannot bring myself to do it.
What? Gee.
I sense you